Hi everyone, welcome back. Pencil review for you this time. I just bought these last week. They only came out on the market in January 2016. I haven't actually seen any other reviews or any demonstrations on YouTube with anybody using them, so this is going to be a first. So what we've got is the new Staedtler Mars Lumograph Black. 6 pencils in the set. They only come in a set of 6. There's no sets of 12 or 24 or anything. They only come in a set of 6. And although they come in a set of 6, there's only actually 4 grades in there. So we get 2 2Bs, 2 4Bs, 1 6B and 1 8B. Okay, just open the tin and take a look. Got a leaflet in there just telling you a little bit about them. Now the easiest way for me to explain what's going on here is if you've got a set of these, which a lot of artists have used the Mars Lumograph at some point. If you haven't used these, I'll put a link to one of my drawing materials videos. I'll put it in the description below or up on the screen just here or something. You can go and check out the review that I give of these, because it'll explain a lot more. Because basically the set of 6 here, we've got an HB, 2B, 4B, 6B, 7B and 8B. Now the 7B and the 8B aren't regular graphite. They are in fact graphite mixed with carbon. And what that does is give you a very sort of jet black finish without any shine at all. Completely matte black, which is totally different to regular graphite in these grades. It really shines and glares. And essentially that's exactly the same as all of these pencils here. They're all mixed with carbon, even down to the 2B. But obviously, when we're talking 2B and 4B, they've got a lot more graphite mixed in, so they feel more like a regular pencil, whereas the darker pencils, they do tend just to drag just a little bit, sort of feel a little bit more like charcoal on the paper. Whereas regular graphite feels nice and smooth and slick as you're drawing with it. Right, so let's just have a quick look and just compare the pencils. They're both the Mars Lumograph range, but like I say, these are the black ones with carbon mixed in. Essentially it's exactly the same pencil, just with a black paint instead of a blue paint, and it says Mars Lumograph on them. One of the things I actually love about Staedtler pencils is they put the lead grade in right on the top, and they put it on all 6 sides, which is absolutely brilliant, because whichever way round your pencil is on your desk or in the tin, you can always see what grade it is. And another nice feature, the fact that they put the lead high up right near the cap, whereas some manufacturers just kind of print it once, just on one side, fairly low down. And as you sharpen your pencil down, you lose what the graphite, what the grade of the graphite actually is. And when you start putting the pencil in a pencil extender and you're sharpening it all the way down, you have no idea what grade of lead you're actually using. But with Staedtler, because it's here, it's always visible. So 10 out of 10 for Staedtler for doing that on both of these. Right, I'll just bring my sketchbook in and show you a few examples. Just mine these out of the way. Right, so what we've got here is the Staedtler Mars Lumograph Black, all on this side, the Staedtler Mars Lumograph Regular on this side, and then just for comparison I've got the Derwent Graphic on this side. Now instantly, if I tilt that in the light, if I can get that to shine, if you notice that it's 8B, 6B, 4B, 2B, the same all the way across. Both the 8B in the Staedtler range compared to the Derwent range doesn't shine at all. I don't know if you can see that, whereas the Derwent just there, look, is really sort of very shiny there. It's kind of the same all the way down. All these regular graphite, they all, when I can get the angle right, they all shine And even these three, which have no carbon mixed in with them, they're just regular graphite in the standard Lumograph range, they kind of shine as well. But these, there's no shine at all. So if you're one of these people that, you know, can't tolerate graphite shine for whatever reason, you know, you're going to love these. Personally, I don't mind it. I've kind of learned to live with it and accept it over the years as just sort of being the nature of graphite, really. Yeah, so you're going to really like them if you don't like the graphite shine. Now, there are some drawbacks with these. It is a bit of a trade-off actually when you sort of mix carbon in with pencils, because although you're getting these lovely matte jet black results, it does come at a cost, and that cost is they don't erase very well at all. This bottom line just here, all done in 6B. These are the Staedtler Mars Lumograph Black, and you can see on one side, if I just get a pencil and point that out, that side there is just where I've shaded in, and that side there is where I've tried to erase it. You can see that it's not erased very well at all. If I bring that a little bit closer, we can be able to see better. You can see there's quite a lot of graphite, well, carbon in fact, left in the paper. And the regular 6B, it's erased fairly well, but it's not completely gone, whereas the Derwent, that's, you know, that's the best out of all three of them really, on the eraser test, and also on the smudge test as well. Carbon and graphite, it will smudge a little bit. You really have to sort of push down hard to sort of get any blending techniques or anything like that. But with the regular graphite, particularly the Derwent, you can probably just make it out there. That's kind of smudged a lot more than the regular graphite there, or even the carbon and graphite just there. So, you know, you bear that in mind if you do buy a set of these carbon pencils. Well, carbon mixed pencils, should I say, because you can actually get carbon pencils on their own, but these are a carbon and graphite mix. Like I say, they do feel, well, I wouldn't say that they're rough or anything like that. They're not gritty or anything. The graphite is, the leads are, you know, really high quality. They're actually smooth to use, but they do drag on the paper like charcoal would. And I know a few people don't like that, but if you can sort of get over that barrier, I think these pencils are absolutely fantastic. And one of the things that I'm actually going to be using them for is the pencil and wash technique, because I'm going to actually take advantage of the fact that they don't smudge very well. So that means they're not going to lift and start muddying the washes or anything like that. And I think that'll be ideal for pencil and wash. So I haven't actually tried them for that yet, but I will be, and I'll be posting the results so that you can see them. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to using them for. But I think just to have them as a set in your collection of art materials, I think they're a worthwhile investment actually. They're very good quality. I mean, the Staedtler, you know, one of the best pencil manufacturers in the world, you know, they're fantastic. In fact, I've got pretty much most of their range of pencils from the Staedtler tradition, the Staedtler Noris. These are very sort of common in England and Europe. Apparently they're not quite so common in America, but these are very common over here. You can get them anywhere. I actually use them for drawing and art. They're that good quality. In fact, these were the pencils that I actually used when I was a schoolboy. Yeah, these were the pencils that we had in school, so yeah, bring back some memories when I use them. You know, reasonably priced, very good quality, nothing wrong with them. I've never had any issues at all with any Staedtler pencils. They're always the highest quality. One other thing I will just show you actually is the thickness of the lead. I keep saying lead actually, but it's not actually lead. Lead has never ever been used in pencils. Funnily enough, I had a comment about that the other week. So I'll just say now that although I keep referring to these as lead, and a lot of artists do, it's a bit of a misconception. Some people think that lead was used in the olden days when they first started mining, you know, for lead or graphite, if you like, for pencils, but it's absolutely incorrect, because graphite has always been used in pencils. It's never been lead. The reason why it was called lead is it was like a nickname when they very first started mining, because it looks like black lead when you actually mine it, and that's what the miners were sort of calling it, black lead, because it looked very similar to lead but just darker. So that's how the name actually came about for lead pencils. But it's always in fact been graphite. That's what they were actually mining, not black lead but graphite. So I'll just clear that one up for you now. But I'll just show you the actual thickness of the core of these, particularly when you get up into the 8B compared to the 2B. If I can get this to focus. You see how thick the 8B is there, look. A really thick chunky lead. And if I show you with a standard HB lead in the Staedtler Noris range, the difference between those, look, incredible. And they're very strong as well, and also they are bonded lead, which means if you sort of tap your pencil around on the table, or you drop them on the floor or anything, usually what happens is the lead inside kind of fractures inside the wood casing, and every time you sharpen it, this may have happened to you actually, when you sharpen, the lead just pulls out, and it keeps pulling out, and you keep having to sharpening it back. And what's happened is you've got loads of fractures all along the lead. But these are bonded lead, which actually means that the lead is actually glued inside the wood casing. So if you do drop your pencil and fracture the lead inside, you can still sharpen it without the lead actually pulling out. It'll stay glued in there into the wood, so you can still use your pencil. And that's a quality feature. You know, that's a sign of a quality pencil. So yeah, there we go. Not much more I can say about them really, apart from absolutely fantastic pencils. I was really excited to get them actually. It probably sounds a bit sad, doesn't it, being very excited to get a set of pencils, but it probably means one of two things. I'm either very easily pleased, or I need to get out a little bit more. Probably a bit of both actually. So anyway, enough of the nonsense. There we go, the Staedtler Mars Lumograph Black. I'll put a link in the description below to where you can actually buy them on Amazon. They're £6.68, which I think is great value for a set of pencils of this high quality, considering the thickness of the core as well. You know, I think a lot of artists are going to like these, so yeah, check them out. Thanks very much for viewing, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.